Hey, are you tired of growing your MSP only through word of mouth? Do you have tried all the marketing tricks from the gurus, tried appointment setters, even paid ads, but none of that really worked? Then you've come to the right place. We'll develop an approach that we call the R6 framework of MSP lead gen. My name is Dimitri, and I've been in the MSP space for over 15 years. Our approach to marketing has been developed based on a lot of trial, errors, spending a lot of money, and learning a lot of hard lessons. That's kind of where the MSP Hub HQ comes in. We take all the guesswork out of it and hand you a fully loaded marketing system from day one. Everything you need to attract, nurture, and convert leads all under one roof. No more juggling disconnected tools, clunky logins, or duct tape workflows. Before I get into all the features and show you how everything works, let me first explain what I mean by our R6 framework. Our 6R approach to MSP lead gen consists of reliability, reputation, readiness, referral, remarket, and reach. If you're able to master all of those, your business will skyrocket. What is reliability? Reliability is basically the service that you are offering to your customers. If your reliability of service sucks, no amount of marketing will give you sustainable growth. But I'm pretty sure that if you're here, your service is probably okay. The problem you're having is actually getting leads. Reputation is the second step. When you go and buy something, first thing you do is usually look up the reviews. If the reviews are not very good, you're probably going to go to another vendor. Same thing when shopping for MSPs. If your reputation is not out there or you don't have enough reviews, that is going to hurt you when stacking your MSP against the competitors. The next R is ready. How ready is your website to convert visitors into leads? Are you maximizing every chance to engage them through web chat, clear call to action like direct calendar booking, or to get them to download a free resource like a lead magnet? If you're not, then you're losing opportunity with every visitor who leaves without taking action. Referrals are the cheapest form of leads. They're the highest close rate and cost you almost nothing. But unless you're asking for them regularly, most will forget that you exist. Remarketing. That is when somebody is in a contract, or maybe they're just not ready to change MSPs quite yet, but that doesn't mean that they won't be ready in a month or two. So you want to make sure that you have a good remarketing system in place that is able to capitalize on that. Get all of these systems right, and your business is set for growth. That is why we developed our platform to capitalize on all of these R's. Let me show you how. So let me run through some of the features so that you can see what I'm talking about. When you first log in, you will see this dashboard. Basically, it's fully customizable, but the idea is to give you a glance at everything that's going on in your business, all the stages of opportunities that you have, the values, the conversion rates, all your manual actions, your lead sources, Google Analytics reports, your Facebook ad spends, and everything else. The next is the conversations tab. And basically, the way this works is it aggregates all of the contacts information, all the communication, everything that all that you've engaged with them all in one place. So let me show you. Here's one of the contacts. Once you go into them, you have the first outreach. Here's an appointment that was set. If there was any phone calls, those will show up. All the emails show up in here. The text messages show up. So essentially, all the communication, if they're on social medias messaging you, all of it is aggregated into one place. So you don't have to click around to keep up with all messages from people that could be all over the place. Everything is in one place. Now, moving on to the opportunities. This is where your leads drop in. When somebody fills out something on your website, like a contact form, they book a calendar, or they engage with you through live chat or a webinar registration, that person gets dropped on this pipeline. And then we have the automations that support this to make sure that they move on down the pipeline and you actually are able to close them. Next is the marketing, and that includes a social planner. So you're able to post to multiple platforms, social media, as well as Google local business posts. You can schedule them out ahead in time. That's all part of it. Emails is another thing that you can do out of our platform. This is similar to MailChimp. You're able to build out full campaigns. You can click on them just to see what they were. Here's the campaign. And you can load up more stats and see the statistics on how that works. Moving on to automations. This is basically the secret sauce for all of the back end things that happen. So when the follow up, whenever the person fills out something, all of the automation that happens behind the scenes is all programmed through here. And you get this all set up, ready to go for you. The next one is the reputation. And here you could see how many were invited, how many reviews you received, and what those were. You can go to, see what the reviews are, etc. Now that brings us to the first R, reputation. Everybody knows reputation, public, you're never going to get any. Now that brings us to the first R, reputation. So as you know, unless you ask for reviews, you're just not going to get them. So that's why our system automates the whole process so you don't have to think about it. Basically, once the lead turns into a client, they are sent the following form automatically. Form that looks like this, okay? Depending on how you rate this experience, this will determine what happens next. So if, for example, the experience sucked and they're like, hey, I'm going to give you 1-star review, gonna hit submit. This says, oh, sorry to hear you're not satisfied. You type in your name and hit submit. As soon as you do that, the automation behind the scenes sends you an email saying, hey, somebody left a 3-star review or a 1-star review. And let me show you how that automation looks. So here's what the automation looks like. Somebody submitted the form, 4 or 5 stars, 1 or 3 stars. You get a notification. They are sent a link to review. If this is quality, if it's bad, they see the form that you just saw and you're notified that, hey, somebody left you bad review. Okay. Now, if we go back to this page and we say, hey, it was great. You got a 5-star review. Hit submit. It takes you to a thank you page and says leave public review. As soon as you hit this leave public review, now you're able to leave a review on something that actually matters, like Google or Clutchco, whatever it is that you want to leave, Facebook, whatever you want it to leave it to. But as soon as you hit that, it takes you to a place where you can leave your public review. The automation that I just showed is basically how we make that all happen. The person gets notification with text messages to ask for a review and to leave it. Also, the links are sent to them. So we make the whole process very easy for your prospects to be able to leave your reviews. I'm going to jump around a little bit and we're going to go to the referrals. That was another thing. Unless you automate your referral process, you're not going to get referrals either, right? And to do that, as soon as we ask for the review, we wait a day. And because this guy left you a 5-star review, right? That means that they're probably pretty happy and they might refer somebody. We send them a day later an email that says, hey, thank you so much. Means a lot. If you can think of anybody that can use our services, please let them know and send them a form. So here's a form that they can send out to their people that they know, and that form will then they would fill it out, and then that form would drop that person onto your prospect pipeline. Now we're moving on to readiness. That means how effective of a system do you have for capturing new leads? Meaning when somebody goes on your website, are they able to quickly engage with you with a chat bot through integrated forms, through calendar bookings? And then what happens once that form is filled out, right? Do I fill out that form and then you get to me, a day later? Or does automation kick off and message the person right away and engages with them to make sure that the outcome is, that they book an appointment with you? That's what we're trying to do. So I will show you an example of what I mean when I mean readiness. So we'll just take a look at this website. Okay, they have a contact form. Keep in mind, all these forms we will create and custom to your website so that it feels the flow if it looks coherent with your design and everything else. So in this case, it's a contact form. As soon as they submit this form, they are placed on your pipeline with automations that say, hey, I'm glad you're interested in our services. Here's a calendar link to book a time to speak with one of our engineers. They will get a email and they will also get a text message with this information, right? Well, let's say I'm like, okay, well, maybe I just have a question about something on your website, right? I can go and I could use this AI bot to ask things like, hey, how much are your services? Okay. This bot will then engage me by getting my name, my information, and the question that I have. And the whole purpose of this bot is to direct the person to the calendar booking, right? That is the main call to action. There you go. As soon as that person talks to you, you're able to respond to them via MS or live chat through the back end of MSP Hub HQ. But also, the AI bot could take over after hours, for example, or during the day when you're out working, right? Technicians are busy doing what you do. And the AI bot can take that conversation and move it to a booked appointment. And again, as soon as you start engaging with it, it drops it onto your pipeline as a prospect. The other thing is, when we'll scroll down here and, we have the reviews, right? So those show up here. The other thing is I can just book a call right here, right? I'm like, hey, I don't even want to fill out the form. I can just book a time that works for me. I book this, and as soon as I do, again, this automatically puts the person onto and then they will get confirmation emails, follow up with them. So they'll get messages, an hour before your event happens and a little bit later after that. So the goal is to, again, engage with your customer. The other thing is you have the lead magnets. If you download a lead magnet, you can, as soon as the person fills this out, they will get an entire email of campaigns. And I will show you what those look like. But again, this drops the person again onto pipeline and automatically engages with them with emails and other messages to make sure that they are engaged with you and potentially book a call. This is what a lead magnet looks like. Essentially, this is cybersecurity playbook for accounts, no fluff, right? It's an ebook that we will create for you. So when you onboard, you get all of these ebooks and complete campaigns attached to them. So all you do is, if you're like, hey, I want to put this on my accounting website, on the portion of my accounting site, all you do is you hit integrate, copy embed code, and then just paste that HTML. And as soon as you do that, it will put this book with that description and a download free book now button. When a person clicks that, it takes them to this automation. Okay. What it does is it will deliver them their content, their ebook that they can just click and download. Keep in mind, this ebook will have all of your information on it. It's going to have your logos, everything. It's going to be like it is your ebook. If you want to see what it looks like, I have it right here as well. So pull it up real quick. It is. So you go on there and keep in mind, these are going to be your logos and your company information. So that is how that's how those leads happen. Now, as soon as they hit download, this is the automation that follows. They get the email delivered. They waste 2 days. Then it says follows up with an email asking for a booked call to see what they thought about it. There are several more. They wait several days, sends out several emails across a month. Again, the call to action is always to book a call with you. When they hit this link, it takes them to your calendar page and they book a call. So that's what I mean by readiness is, are you giving the visitor as many opportunities as possible to capture their information and get them onto your pipeline? So the next R is the remarketing. Now, what that means is, just because somebody ends up on your pipeline, they might not be ready to buy from you today. They might be ready in a month, maybe 2 months. So how is it that you stay on top of their mind so that when the time does come that they need IT services, the only person that they think of is your company? We automated this whole process for you so you don't have to think about it. The way we do it is we offer high quality articles that we post on your blog, and then we send traffic to those articles. So let me show you how that works. So here's what the blog would look like. They're they're written by somebody who knows what people are actually reading. So it's quality content, gets posted to your blog. Then what happens is, and happens every week. So we write these articles, post them for you, and every week we engage all of your audience. Anybody in your contact list that has a nurture tag attached to it will get an email sent out to them every week to with again call to action of being, hey, book an appointment with me. So this is all done for you. You don't have to think about it. all that you're going to see is just meetings, people booking appointments on your calendar. All right. And that brings us to the final R of our framework is reach. So we all want more eyeballs. We want more visitors. We want more leads, all of those things. How do you do that? Two ways that you could do it. You can run ads or you can do cold outreach. Now, let me show you how our system does both of those things. So for ads, we have an ad manager, right? Super simple to work. You link your Meta and your Google to it. You create a campaign, basically looks like this. You define your website, your landing page, your message. You can load several items to do testing. Google and Facebook are really good at figuring out what works and what doesn't. You create the area that you're targeting. Obviously, you want to target an area, define your budget, and launch your ads. It's that simple. Okay. So, launching your ads, you could do that very quickly, all straight from our platform. The other thing that you can do is you can do cold outreach. Now, cold outreach can be done several ways. Now, how do you do cold outreach, right? Well, there are several ways to do that. One of the ways that we can do that is you have to get a list. So you get a list from something like ZoomInfo, Apollo. There are several other places that you can get lists from. And then you want to have those lists to be specific. So in this case, let's say we want to take a auto dealership. So let's say you're targeting auto dealerships. You get a list, you load it into your contacts, and you tag them with automotive dealerships. From there, you can add all of those contacts to an automation. And let me show you what an automation that you get looks like this. So keep in mind, again, like I said, you get through your onboarding, once you are onboarded, you get all of these assets. So these ebooks and these campaigns tailored to your business. So this is one of the this is one of the campaigns for the FTC compliance survival guides for auto dealerships. Okay. So you drop the person in there, and this is kind of what happens. It waits 30 minutes to make sure you didn't mess anything up and you didn't change your mind. We do a drip to make sure that blow up your email and get marked as spammer, right? Then we send out the first email, and this first email will send them quality content. So you're not just messaging saying, "Hey, need IT service? Hey, pick me." You are sending them quality content to position you kind of as a thought leader. That is how you actually do proper cold outreach. It's not just mass blasting your ads all over the place with your services. No one cares. You're giving these people something worthwhile. You're sending them this, and then you're waiting a day, then you're following up. So that's the part that's important. And that's why all of our campaigns have cold calling. So we put in cold call, and we have a script for each one. So after you send an email, you wait a day. It tells you how to engage with that contact that you just sent this email to. And again, you're following up, you're making a call. This manual call action will show up on your dashboard as a task for you to do that day. So you can go in, or if you have a cold calling person, they can go on and they can see, hey, okay, today I got to make, 20 calls. They go down the list and they just dial, and it dials them from within CRM. So you're dialing from MSP Hub HQ, and you're tracking, then it will show, hey, this person called under the communication for each person, as I showed you before. So moving on, waits a couple of days, sends another email, gives them some more time. Again, 3 days later, we're calling them again. You want to call several times because oftentimes they don't pick up or leave a voicemail. So all of this is set up for you automatic. All of these things happen as soon as you drop that person into this automation. So think of how many ways you're given to engage people. All of our cold outreaches like that, all of our cold campaigns, they're all set up for you. They come with manuals. They tell you how to use them. And of course, we have support to show you how to do it. But the idea is you're not just bombarding them with useless asks. You're giving them value, and then you're trying to engage into a conversation with them. Just a quick note, when you do sign up, you get a lot of content and campaigns that we create specially for your brand. When you sign up as an elite member, We extend that a little bit further. We log down the area. So you're able to claim the area that you service. That ensures that nobody else in that area sees the same exact material that you're sending out to your prospects. And you're the only person that has that material in those campaigns. So if you have any questions, would love to jump on a demo with you. So just book a time that works for you, and we'll be able to answer any questions and figure out the best plan that works for you. Thanks.